Tonight, authorities are releasing their report on the incident that turned deadly for Appleton Fire Department driver-engineer Mitch Lundgaard.
Authorities say the man who started a gunfight with police was Reuben Houston. This was May 15th near the Valley Transit Center in Appleton.
Firefighter Lundgaard, as others had tried to move and escape, began to turn his back, crouch down a little bit for cover, bend, and start to run, at which point he had a bullet wound to his back, mid part of his upper back, that went through all the way through his chest and out the front on the left-hand side. That was the fatal shot and singular shot that killed firefighter Lundgaard.
And one of the headlines from today's update is this. The prosecutor says that crews used Narcan to try to help a man on a bus who showed signs of an opioid overdose. But after crews used it and that man came to, he later started shooting.
NBC 26's Juliana Falk is live at the Appleton Police Department, where a news conference just wrapped up a short time ago. Juliana, what can you tell us?
Well, Stacey, the first thing they wanted to make clear tonight is that the police officers involved in this shooting were justified in using deadly force against Reuben Houston, and no charges will be filed against them. The Allegheny County District Attorney delivered the details of what happened the night firefighter Mitch Lundgaard and Officer Paul Christensen, among others, were called to the Valley Transit Center in Appleton. The DA says Houston was traveling on a Lamers bus when he overdosed on morphine. Emergency crews were called to the scene and administered Narcan, a drug used to revive someone who has overdosed on opioids. When Houston regained consciousness, the DA says he immediately became combative when officers tried to search him. That's when he pulled out a small gun and began firing at firefighter Lundgaard and the police officers. Lundgaard was shot in the back. That was the bullet that took his life.
Bees and Officer Christensen were extremely patient and compassionate to a person who they were genuinely concerned for, and in a split second that person turned on them. They courageously responded in a way that they have been trained to stop a deadly threat. These officers and the others that responded then provided medical aid to the same person who just seconds before was trying to kill them. Sergeant Bees and Officer Christensen responded heroically, moving and repeatedly engaging the suspect as he fired. Even after Officer Christensen was hit and clearly in extreme pain, he battled on because he knew people's lives were still in danger. They were both guardians and caregivers, and when needed, they were true warriors, vividly demonstrating what we know as the thin blue line.
According to Allegheny County DA, Houston fired 5 shots, hitting Lundgaard Officer Paul Christensen and bystander Brittany Showalter. Christensen and Showalter are recovering from their injuries. Officers returned fire with 19 shots total. And police have released body camera footage from the officers the night of the shooting. We'll show you some of that video and give you more details on the investigation tonight at 10. For now, live in Appleton, Juliana Falk, NBC 26.
Juliana, thanks so much. And we've been talking here about Narcan. Now, Narcan is a brand name for naloxone, and we do have more information on how the Appleton Fire Department uses naloxone on a patient. Naloxone is the drug, again, used to try to revive someone who has overdosed. We put in a records request for how often firefighters in Appleton gave a patient naloxone, and here's what we found. Since June of last year, that's happened 12 times. Gold Cross Ambulance supplies any new naloxone the department needs, and Gold Cross handles any patient billing. The only time the fire department would pay for naloxone is if part of their supply expires. Each unit of naloxone costs about $30.